Good afternoon, everybody. It's Ben from Smoking Hot Confessions here. It's Saturday afternoon at the Cue for a Cause competition. We've just wrapped up the last hand in. Everybody's just done their briskets, and so now it's time to kick back and relax. It means I can get in here and I can shoot some more videos with people again. And I've got here with me Anthony from Doctor Cue, one of the most consistent performing teams in Australia. And he's here today and he's going to talk us through a bullet smoker and how that works. But first of all, we're going to find out how he went in the comp. So, mate, thanks for your time today. We appreciate you taking some time out to do this video. And, mate, have you been enjoying the beautiful Cue for a Cause competition?
Mate, Cue for a Cause, it's been a fantastic competition. I mean, you've only got to look around and see the number of teams that have rolled up, I think, really with that real charity mind and, ready to, I guess, really support what is a great cause. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I did forget to mention that before. We are here supporting the Great Lakes Women's Shelter. So yeah, it's a very good cause. It's great to see so many people up here getting behind it. So where have you travelled from to come to Forster?
So we're Sydney based. So Forster is a nice comp actually because there's only about 3 hours drive. So yeah, almost local.
Yeah, just about. So what do you reckon was your strongest hand in?
I was very happy with lamb today. Our lamb hasn't been firing of late, and certainly, we've got a lot of the new lambs come in, and that I think has made a really big difference. So certainly the cutlets we turned in today were really, really tender. So yeah, I think they were great.
Mate, that sounds delicious. I'm getting hungry all over again. So we're here today to talk about your bullet smoker here. So can you give me a bit of a run through of what it is and how it works?
Yeah, sure. So this is a Weber Smokey Mountain. I guess it's a standard sort of bullet or water smoker. So essentially, there's a fire that sits in the base. On top of that, there is a water pan, and the water pan's there to help regulate the temperature. And it also adds quite a bit of moisture. Without the water pan, it becomes a real yo-yo of temperature rides. And from there, we've got 2 cooking levels inside. And that's essentially it. They're all driven by, obviously, airflow, as all barbecues are. So there's the 3 vents on the base that we control the temperature with, and an exhaust on top. So they're very simple, very straightforward, very affordable way to get into barbecue.
Sounds like anyone could use it.
Yeah. They're very, set and forget. And I think in particular the Webers seem to go really, really well. We just turn those on at the start of the weekend and then shut them off at the end, and that's really it.
Mate, I love it. So what fuel do you run in yours specifically?
So ours are all fueled by heat beads. We've found, I guess, that the heat beads is the most consistent fuel. This weekend we've run the heat beads blue cocoa briquettes in pretty much all of our barbecues, with a little bit of original thrown in, and then for the high heat searing we've been using the heat beads lime charcoal. So we found really that the best thing is to find a good consistent heat source that we know it's predictable, we know what's going to happen, and that then lets us focus on our flavours and our techniques. We don't have to worry about fire management, and certainly the heat beads has provided that for us. So yeah.
Mate, I love the sound of that. That sounds like good stuff.
Yeah.
So if you could have one piece of advice for viewers at home about this particular type of smoker, what would that be?
I think it's probably about, I think with buying any smoker or anything in barbecue, it's about make the investment from the outset. Better off to spend the dollars early on because, it stops you having to realise your mistakes later on. And it's very much the same for meat. We're very fortunate in being sponsored by Campbell's Meats at West Pymble, and that has made a massive difference for us because just using quality product to start with really has improved our results out of sight. And if you tracked how we'd gone over the last 12 months, you'd really see from the time we became involved with Campbell's as to how our results took off. So, I really think it's about make the investment from the outset because you really won't regret it. That's my biggest tip in barbecue. Yeah.
Mate, that's solid advice. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to let you get back to it now because I know you've got a lot to do before you drive back to Sydney tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a pack down. So, but thanks very much, Ben.
Thank you.